You hear someone knocking and nobody's there. Whatever you do, don't open the door. Here's why. Towing truck driver named Nick explains that one night while he was showering, he heard someone knocking on the front door. Confused on why someone was at his front door so late at night, he records the event. Aggressive knocks can be heard, and as he opens the door, no one's there. Since Nick doesn't believe in the paranormal, he ignores it and goes to bed. But on the next day, he begins to hear noises around his house, and as he checks for any intruders, he sees this. What looks like a shadow figure can be seen hiding in the bathroom, watching him. Eric stays over at a friend's house, but whatever was haunting the house seems to have followed him. You can see a dark figure moving towards Nick as if it's entering his body. After this, Nick began to experience sleepwalking and whispering. Desperate to remove himself from whatever this thing might be, he finds a strange box by his house that he believes may be the reason for the house's hauntings. Nick was too scared to open it until a month later when he visited a nearby burial grounds. He believes this place near his house may be the reason for his hauntings. Inside the box were a few items such as a pentagram, a bird's feather, a flower petal, and a burnt piece of cloth. Nick would immediately begin to feel sick, followed by a whispering voice when he got off the car. After burning the box, the hauntings continued, so he moved into a new house with his wife. So far it looks like it worked, since Nick is now living a happy and normal life in his new home.
These men were out late at night when they caught something very disturbing on camera. Something not human was caught crawling in the background. This girl was filming outside at night when she caught a cryptid on camera. Check it out.
Oh my gosh. Look at all the fog. It's like a horror movie. Oh man. Look at the street lights. Fuck is that?
I don't know about you, but I clearly saw something run by. People think that she either captured the rake or a skinwalker on camera.
There's literally somebody outside, like, dragging a bag at my work. I can't see his face. Where's he going? He's literally running out of the door.
In this first video, you can see the footage from a Ring doorbell capture a man by the name Jeremy Lawag. In the video, you can see the man clearly concealing something behind his back as he tries to get whoever's inside to open the door. It turned out the man was carrying a loaded handgun, going around the apartment building knocking on several doors. Police would receive multiple calls that night, describing a man doing just that, knocking and yelling at their doors.
Flaco! Hey, all I want is Flaco back, that's it.
Later that night, police would arrive to conduct a welfare check at Jeremy's apartment door. A body camera on one of the police officers clearly shows as Jeremy pulls out his weapon pointing it at the officer. This would of course force the officer to shoot in response.
Yo, hey, is that your Challenger down there? Is that your Dodge Challenger? What? I'm just asking, is that your Dodge Challenger down there? No, what? Because it's just, that's registered to you. Nope. It's not? No. Come out here. No, sir. Come out here. Hey, what are you doing? Let me see your hands.
Jeremy would make a recovery, as the wounds he received weren't life-threatening. This next video comes from TikTok user MattHall36. The video features Matt at his work after hours filming some security cameras while talking on the phone with police. As he's doing so, you can see as some man is clearly shown disturbingly dragging a large unknown bag down the road. As he gets closer, the man shockingly drops what he's doing and full-on sprints towards the door, slamming his body into it. Matt, now clearly shaken, can be heard begging the police to just show up.
There's literally somebody outside, like, dragging a bag at my work. No, sorry, I'm just recording in case something happens. I can't see his face. Where's he going? He's literally running down to the door. He's coming up to the door right now. See? Ah! Oh my! He's outside the door. He's outside the door right now. No, there's nowhere to hide in here. It's just this one room. The door is locked, but oh my fuck. He's like behind the building now. I don't can you just get here?
Following the first TikTok video, Matt would upload a second part explaining the whole situation in more detail.
Part 2. So yeah, I was working night shift at work, and the security cameras we have beep when it senses motion. It was pretty late at night and I heard the beep go off, so I went to go look at the camera. Somebody was dragging a bag right beside the building. I was pretty creeped out, so I went and grabbed the work phone and called 911. By the time I was on the phone with them, the guy walked up the road a little bit, but then he started to come back towards the building. This is when I started recording. After the video ended, he ran out of sight of the camera. I never seen him again after that. A bunch of cops came, they told me to stay in the building, and they searched the area for him. They said inside his bag just had a bunch of clothes, but some of the clothes had some blood on them, I guess. Anyways, they're gonna take that in for investigation. They took the security camera footage, and of course they sent me home that night because they didn't find him. But yeah, that's all I know so far. Hope that's a good enough update.
Missy Beavers was a fitness instructor and mother of 3. On April 18, 2016, she was scheduled to lead a 5 a.m. early morning fitness class at a church in Texas. Though, upon her arrival, she would never be seen again. As police investigated, they found out that at around 4 a.m., the motion-activated security cameras from the church activated. They showed an unidentified man oddly walking around the building holding a hammer. The man can clearly be seen checking rooms and walking back and forth down the hallways. Police believe this man is the murderer of Missy Beavers. Neither of the two have ever been seen again. In this video, you can see as the teacher is teaching his online class. The teacher would later claim he was home alone, but while teaching his class, disturbingly, an unidentified pale face can be seen peeking around a corner behind him. Throughout the video, the man can be seen peeking around his shoulder as if he hears something, but never actually sees anything. Eventually, the man would close the door, as he seems to feel uneasy. Later in the video, upon the request of his students, the teacher would pick up his laptop to show he and his dog were the only ones home. To this day, it's unclear whether the video features some intruder or something else.
Tanto el movimiento no existe, relacionado con lo que dice Raúl, el gato de... No me suena la... Es decir, si nosotros estamos estudiando matemáticas, el primer parcial, el primer tetra, vamos a ver filosofía de las matemáticas. Hola. Estoy solo, estoy con mi perro. Por ahí, en ocasiones, las llamadas paradojas. ¿Alguien sabe qué es una paradoja?
This next video features a security camera disturbingly showing a man grasping a child in his arms while running down the sidewalk. Police say the man had just grabbed the child from a nearby park and can be seen only moments after running away. Later, the video shows as the child's 2 older siblings start running after him. 2 other kids would notice what was happening and join in running after the man. Luckily, the kid was never hurt, and the man was later arrested. Though, even still, the whole scene is pretty disturbing.
A gentleman walked into the park where the kids were playing, walked up and had a small conversation with two kids that are 8 and 10 years of age. After a brief conversation, the suspect reached into the area where the baby was laying and picked it up. At that point, the gentleman ran northbound down the streets of Sprague for approximately 2 blocks.
In March 2016, a YouTube channel by the name Joe Earl Lamach uploaded a pretty disturbing video. The video features Ring doorbell camera footage of a man supposedly trying to sell a bike to the house owner. While the man is at the door, he can be seen making very odd hand gestures, and at times even whispering to himself. Finally, the house owner goes on the doorbell speaker asking if he can help the man. The man explains how he's trying to sell his bike so he can borrow some money. Overall, a really weird and disturbing encounter.
Yes, can I help you?
Hey, dude. I'm gonna be real. Dude, I'm trying to sell a bike for some cash so I can buy some money. And that's all. The bike's right here.
It's all good.
For real, bro? Alright. He's right.
The most epic battles of the Bible, Part 2. In Daniel 10,
I am the Prince of Persia, the most powerful spiritual principality of war and confrontation against the Pueblo of God.
Soon the doors of the sky opened and a resplendent light fell at great speed. It was the angel Gabriel who was enraged after listening to the repugnant words of the demon. The angel Gabriel was full of rage, since this vile demon had offended the kingdom of God, and immediately drew his mighty sword. And I start a dangerous battle against this demon known as the Prince of Persia. However, Gabriel had underestimated the demon, but he was not able to defeat him. In exchange for that powerful demon unleashed all his anger against Gabriel. At that moment, the archangel Miguel saw that Gabriel was not capable of defeating the mighty prince. I come down from the sky to face the prince, to end this intense battle which lasted 21 days in a row.
Baby starts acting like this, it may be warning you something's watching you. A woman uploaded a disturbing video caught by her Ring camera of a strange event where her baby, while alone in her house, she can see her footsteps coming from the living room. And while her baby's looking at someone or something in the other room, this happens. What sounds like a shout's voice can be heard coming from the living room. Shocked on what she's hearing, she tries to ignore it. But it wasn't until her backdoor motion detector went off that she would realize something wasn't right. After this, she looked all over her house, but couldn't find anyone. Could it be her baby was able to see someone or something she couldn't? Or is it just something else? She was watching the baby monitor when she noticed her daughter wasn't alone.
What is that?
Joanna was watching her daughter Emily at home when she noticed there's a small light moving above her crib.
What is that? What is it? Look at the way. Look! It's lingering, and it's not leaving. It's getting near her. Oh my god. Did she just touch it? Where did it go?
Joanna moves her daughter away, and the ball of light seemingly floats around the room as if looking for Emily.
You're not here to hurt us, right? Doesn't seem like you are. You're hovering there, though. I can see that you're hovering. Hi.
Many people in the comments believe this is a guardian angel looking over her baby.